Hi everybody, Sally Ensel Smith coming to you from Durban. So normally I do this video on a Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday, but I've decided to do it on Wealth Wednesday or what I call Wisdom Wednesday. So a lot of things going on, obviously as usual, and everyone's just trying to get some normality back into their lives. The reality is, South Africa, is that we can't stop. We cannot sit back and be complacent and say, okay, well, we've been given a little bit of reprieve from the COVID shutdown, so it's okay just to go back to what we were doing beforehand. We've actually got to push even harder right now. We don't have time to play around. And this is what I do want to say to you is today there is an interesting court case going on. It is a virtual court case. So it's going to be interesting to see the information that comes out of that court case. And you guys, I'm sure, will see it on social media. One thing that I am starting to realize is that a lot of people are so focused on social media that there are posts and information going out on social media that are not 100% factual. So just be careful of that. Make sure that you are not getting yourself all worked up about a post which has gone out or a newspaper article or something which has been said, and it's not 100% factual, because remember that the media are going to do things to incite negativity. News gets sold on negativity, not positivity, right? So that's one thing I do want to just remind myself and remind you. And also there's a lot of new groups popping up, Move 1 Million, Direct Elections, Cape Independent Advocacy Group, Independent Electoral, lots of groups, and they are all gaining momentum. They've all got some really positive stuff going on, and collectively I think if all those groups actually come together, because ultimately they all are looking for the same thing. They're looking for massive transformation in South Africa. We're looking for new strong leadership, and it doesn't necessarily need to be leadership from a political party. I think those days are gone. I think very quickly South Africa is pushing to get service delivery for people which we vote in to become leaders, that they start serving their community. So we've seen a lot of things happening. Second quarter, it's been stated that the SARS tax collection is down 48%. Now, my question is that when are we going to get the true facts behind stopping alcohol and stopping cigarettes? Because I don't believe that has had any impact on the average person in terms of the catching COVID. What I do believe is that the sin taxes have obviously completely been wiped out, and SARS has obviously had a negative taxation from the lack of sales or no sales of cigarettes and alcohol. So right now, those taxes, I don't know how big it is that SARS relies on those taxes, over and above the VAT and our personal taxes. But let's look at it this way. If the taxes are used for our municipality services, our social services, our education system, and our police force, and now they don't have money for that, already those systems are already in disarray. We've got massive fraud and corruption happening, and the education system is non-existent, and then people go and burn down brand new schools. So we've got to get to this point where we just say, guys, this is no longer acceptable. I would like to hear your comments. I'd like to know, are you really just making a noise, or are you really going to make a difference in your vote for next year? Already there's a rumor that, the local leaders currently are trying to say, well, maybe we should postpone next year's elections. They're just buying time, in my opinion. So I think what we've got to do is we've got to turn around and say, you know what, we're not postponing 2021 elections. We want to push forward, but we want to fast forward independent elections, or we want to fast forward and get, people which are not part of a political party, which are brought in by somebody else. We, the people of South Africa, are standing up for our rights now. We're standing up for our future. So, for me, I'm just not going to back down on this. And I want to keep reminding you every single week, your life matters, your children's life matters, your furry pets matter, our grandparents matter. It does not matter, what religion you are, what your political opinion is, what skin tone you are. That's just all a load of bullshit. If you're using that as an excuse, you are bullshitting yourself, because you are not really looking at your future. The future of any country, of any city, of any community is coming together collectively to benefit the majority. And where we're sitting right now, the majority is not benefiting. You know, more people are starving. More people are out of work. So I'm going to ask you, don't sit back and whine and moan without physically saying, you know what, I'm going to take a stand and I'm going to try and fast forward this and I'm going to try and get the right people in. I don't believe we've got 100% right leadership. I think that our leadership is weak. And that's just my opinion. I might have a conversation with somebody that thinks I'm wrong, but that is my opinion right now. I think that our education system, I think that our school system needs to be relooked at, completely revamped. It's outdated, and these kids are not learning entrepreneurship in business. And then the second thing is that I have a question with the health minister, is that I have never once heard anybody from our health minister turn around and say, okay, during COVID and the preparation to obviously plan for the control of this disease, is individuals need to make sure, number one, that they're eating well, number two, that they're getting the right multivitamins and minerals, number three, that they get their immune system boosted. You know, I didn't see anywhere that we use some of the COVID money to set up clinics where we could actually boost people's immune system. What I have seen is a big push on the PPE, personal protection equipment. And I've only seen one document come out of the Eastern Cape where already 1.2 billion rand was spent and awarded for payment for PPE to companies that either no longer exist, to companies that no longer do any business with the municipality. And in fact, one or two of those companies have confirmed that they never received any money. So that was just one incident of 1.2 billion rand, which is gone. What about the rest? How much longer are we going to continue and sit back and allow the theft and rape of our country to continue? Wednesday Thoughts today. Get real with Sol. Share this. Get other people to go and look at those websites. Move 1 Million. Direct Elections, Independent Electoral, Cape Independency Advocacy Group. You might have other groups that you're part of. Post it in the comments and click the link so that you can get your voice heard, South Africa. Let's win. Take care.